Yes. Great.
Maybe unaweza feel ati this BM ni rahisi. BM sio rahisi. Feel ni rahisi. Na ukimiss sitakupata sana but I need to follow up. Ukipenda utani blame. Kweli ama ni uongo? Si ndivyo? Utani blame. Okay, let's continue. Let me start again. We are looking at example. I will say XYZ Limited are manufacturers of 3 products. You have the biscuits, bread, cakes. Their sales for a period of 4 years was as follows. So we have the 4 years, which started from 2014 to 2017. Then we have the biscuits, we have the bread, and then the last we have the cake, which is 40, 50, 30. And then 50. We add this one is going to be 170, 210, 210, 170, 210, 210, and then 260. Then they continue by saying, from the above information one, draw a simple budget. To draw a component budget. And then 3, draw a multiple budget. Now you're going to start by drawing the simple budget. Now we have the year and we have the value, that's the sales in thousands. So let's have the diagram here. The diagram. Now in this particular diagram, this side is the sales in thousands. Not in thousands, just like 3 zeros. This side is the year. So we talk about the year and sales in diagram. Sales in thousands. Now, in this simple budget, we just look at the total value. What's the total value here? The highest is what? 26. We are together. So we go up to 26. So which scale can you give here? Umesema nini? Wiki? 2. Nimeenda na 2. Sijaweka kitu. 0, umesema 5 ama 2? Because if you said 5, kama ningeanza hapa, ilikuwa 5. For sawa. Now, because this is 26, let's give it 4. Ama 2. 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Let's give it 4. So it's going to be 4, 8, we are together. 12 is going to be 16, then 20, then 21, then 28. We are together. Now, after that, we have the year, that is 2014. 2014, 20, 15, 20, 16, and 2017. Now, the height of the bar will represent the sales, total sales for the year for the three what products. So the total sales for 2014 is going to be 170. You're together. So we draw up to 170. 170 somewhere here. This is 16, 17, 18, 19. 170 somewhere there. Because they're in thousand. These are in thousand. Well, let's just put it in 40. Because now. You're together. So this 7 is going to be somewhere there. So 170. So if 170 is there, so we draw a straight line up to that point, then the wind must be equals for this one, the second one, you're together. That's the first one. The second one is 210. You're together. The sales for 2015 is going to be 210. So we go up to 210, which is somewhere there. We draw a straight line. Yeah, together. The next one is going to be 210 also. 210. So the 210, it is somewhere there. And then the last is going to be 260. We are together. We go up to 260, which is somewhere there. 260 is in between that. So that is going to be our simple bar chart. Then you come here, you write the title by saying simple bar chart. Simple bar chart. So you write the title, it's going to be your simple bar chart. So any question about simple bar chart? Any question there? Yeah. Now let's go to the second one, which is known as the component bar chart. Component bar chart. So I will just want to use the same graph, which is known as component bar chart. Now, in this particular component bar chart, we have the year sources provided. So I just want to find the total first. This particular total is 170. So let's just go up to 170, which it was somewhere there. Just want to draw it. The second one is 210. We have 210 again. Is 6. Now, after that, we are going to have the bar for each product. I get to the point. So the first one, which is the biscuit 2014, is going to be 50. We go up to 50. 50 is somewhere there. So let's give it the shaded by using the dotted. That is for biscuit. We are together. The second one is going to be what? 80. So we take 50 plus 80 to give us 130. So we go up to 130. Let's give it this line. Now the last one we can leave it. We cannot share or we can share, depending with what you are going to decide. We are together. Now we come to 2015. The first is going to be 60. That's for biscuits. So we go up to 60. 60 is in between. Yeah. It's going to be dotted. The second one is 60 plus. That's going to be 160, which is somewhere there. And then the last one, we leave it like that. 2016 is going to be 70. So we go up to 70. 70 is somewhere there. Then after 70, we have the next one, which is going to be 70 plus, that's 180. Yeah. 180, 160, 170, 180, somewhere there. Then the next one, we just leave it open. The next one is going to be 90. So you got to 90, 90, 80, 90, somewhere there. Then 90 plus 120, 210, so somewhere there. Then the last one, you leave it open. Then you write the key. The first one, just write this one. With the dotted line, represent the biscuits. This one represents bread. And then the last one, without any, represent cake. That's how you're supposed to prepare your component budget. Percentage. Yesterday for percentage. It's the same, but now when you're taught to use the percentage, then you must put this one into percentage form by taking this divided by this. So the total is going to be 100. So it's not the same because under percentage, the total will be flat. It's going to be 100 for some. next one, which is the last, which is known as draw a multiple bar chart. Draw a multiple bar chart. So for us to draw the multiple bar chart, I'm going to remove this one. This is now multiple bar chart. In this case, we look at each, we are going to prepare the bar chart for each product. So the first one starts with the biscuit, which is 50. 50 is going to be somewhere there. So we draw a bar chart like that. Then the second one is going to be 80. We go up to 80. We just extend up to 80, like that. The last one is going to be 40. We are together. So we go 40, which is there. Then this is for bread. And this is for bread. And then your part. We go to 2015. We have biscuits, which is 60. That 60 will be somewhere there. Then 100, we go up to 100, 100, 100, somewhere there. Then the last one is going to be 50. 50 is somewhere there. It's going to be like this. Then 2016, 70. So we go up to 70, which is there. Then 110. 110, which is there above that. Then the last one is going to be 30. So we go up to 30, which is somewhere there. Then the last one is 2017, 90, somewhere there. We have 120, which is somewhere there. Then the last one is going to be 50. Then after that, we are going to have the key. It's going to be, that's for biscuits. That's for bread. That's for cakes. I hope you are seeing the difference between the three types of bar charts. Question there? Let's continue. We are going to look at the next example. Right? From the following information, construct a pie chart. From the following information, construct a pie chart. So we have the product here. A, B, C, D. Then you have the total. Okay, the product, and then we have the sales in thousands. Sales in thousands. So for A, we have 200, 150. 150. We have 100, 150. Then when you add, we have 600. So they want you to prepare the pie chart. So for you to get to your pie chart, remember the pie chart is a circle. So what you are going to do, first we calculate for them the angle of each component. So let's start by saying the angle of each component. Angle of each component will be equals to 360 times the component divided by total component. So that's going to be, we start with A will be equals to 200. That's the component, multiply by 360, divide by 600 to give us 120 degrees. B will be equals to 150 multiplied by 360 divided by 600. (90°). C will be equals to 100 times 360 divided by 600. 16. And then D is going to be D is going to be 360 times 150 divided by 600. Give us what? 90. So after getting the angle of each component, then we prepare the pie chart. So let's prepare the pie chart.
Sure.
So the title of the chart is going to be known as pie chart. Then it's going to be divided with the radial lines. So the first, let's have the center to be there. So we can have a line, a radial line like that. So the first one for A is going to be 120. So we get 120 degrees. 120 degrees may be there. So this is going to be our 120 degrees. The second one is going to be 90 degrees. This is A. Then 90 degrees. 90, which is going to be B. Then C is 60 degrees. Can be somewhere there. Because this one is going to be 90. So this is going to be 60. So that's C, and then B. So that's going to be the pie chart. That's going to be our pie chart. Any question there? Yeah. Sasa lazima uwe na yes. Najua exam lazima utakuwa na peso, lazima utakuwa na ruler. Kila kitu ambayo inapatikana kwa maths. Kwa sawa. So, any question there? Now, we want to proceed from the next one, which is known as the presentation of data graphs. Presentation of data, then hyphens, you write graph. Presentation of data, then hyphens, we write graph. So let's continue. First, we must know what is this graph you are talking about. So if we continue, a graph is a pictorial presentation. Pictorial presentation of the relationship between variables. Of the relationship between variables. So we are going to look at how the data may be plotted on a graph. That's why we say a pictorial presentation of the relationship between variables. The variables may be 3, 4, depending with those particular variables we are talking about. So we continue. The data are plotted on a graph. The data are plotted on a graph as a series of points. Series of points. And these points are joined by the help of a line or curve. These points are joined by the help of a line or curve. So it simply means that this one you don't write. I just want to give a small illustration. If you have the graph like that, maybe you are going to have some points, which means you must mark the points. Then you are going to join that point with a line like this or with a curve. Remember we talk about a line, it can be a straight line or it can be a curve. I get the point. So you are going to join those particular points which you are going to indicate. So you continue. The line graph method, the line graph method of presenting the data, the line graph method of presenting the data is superior to diagrams. Is superior to the diagrams on the following grounds. On the following grounds. One, this method creates a more accurate impression. This method creates a more accurate impression. Now, that particular diagram you are going to draw, it's going to give you an impression. You have to, because you are joining the data. The points, we are together. The second one, less time is required to plot points. Less time is required to plot points and connect them with the lines and connect them with the lines. Now, it means that immediately you have those particular points, you're going to take less time when you compare with the bar, which is going to take more time. So it means that when you deal with the line graph, it's going to save your time. Another one, the reader gets a quick impression. The reader gets a quick impression of the movement. Of the variable understanding. Of the variable understanding. Now I want you to just, if you try to draw a curve like this one, the person is going to study this particular curve is going to tell you that maybe during this particular period, there's a higher sales. Then after that is dropping, then increasing again. I get the point. So it means that you can understand what is the movement of that particular curve. Then the next one, a line graph is more helpful in a statistical analysis. It's more helpful in a statistical analysis than a diagram. Now you continue by writing subheading Cartesian coordinate. Cartesian coordinate system. Now we are going now to look at that. When we talk about a Cartesian coordinate system, this is where we are going to have two lines, the two lines. The one is going to be the vertical and the other one is going to be horizontal. I get the point. That's when you talk about the two lines. So you continue. In a Cartesian coordinates system, two straight lines intersecting each other. Two straight lines intersecting each other at a right angle. At a right angle on a plane of paper are drawn two straight line intersecting each other at a right angle on a plane of paper are drawn. So you're getting that point. So we are going to have the two lines drawn, but it must intersect each other. I get the point. Now, when they are intersecting each other, they are going to intersect each other at the right angle, which means when they intersect, we are going to have how many right angles? 4. This 4 to make up 360. So you continue by saying, horizontal line is called x-axis. A line perpendicular to the x-axis is drawn at a selected point. This line is called y-axis. The point of intersection of these two lines equals to 0. The point of intersection of these two lines equals to 0. Or we call it the point of origin. Point of origin. Distance from this point 0 to the right or upward. Distance from this point 0 to the right or upward shows positive values. Shows positive values. And distance from this point 0 or origin to the left or down. Distance from this point 0 or origin to the left or down shows negative values. Here together. So this particular lines, when you talk about the lines, you are going to have a straight line like this. So this one, which you are seeing on this side, this is known as x-axis. Then you are going to have perpendicular lines intersecting this x-axis like this. This one is known as the y-axis. The point of intersection is going to be 0. You're together. This side and this side, this sphere is going to show a positive value. So this side is known as positive quadrant. You're together. That's known as a quadrant. So we are going to have x positive and then y positive. That's quadrant 1. The second quadrant we are going to have x negative and y positive. And then the next quadrant, that's quadrant 2. Then we go to the quadrant 3. Quadrant 3. We are going to have x negative and then y negative. Then quadrant 4. X positive. And then Y negative. So that is how it's going to be. So it's going to divide these parts into 4 parts here together. So you can now identify where we have positive, negative, 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 and positive, negative. So these are the things which are going to show the relationship between the two variables. So we are going to have the first independent variables and dependent variables. So when you are looking at this particular diagram, we remember we start with X and then we go to Y. So anytime you are preparing this, you must make sure that we start by talking about X, because it must be, we must put it on a bracket. The first value in that particular bracket is going to be X. The second value is going to be Y. So you continue by saying, a point has its own pair of coordinates. A point has its own pair of coordinates, and no other point can have that pair. No other point can have that pair of coordinates. Now, these pairs of coordinates are shown in the bracket. These pair of coordinates are shown in the brackets. So it means that you are going to show those points using a bracket. You must close the point with a two bracket. It must be enclosed with a bracket. So you continue. The X coordinate is always shown first in the bracket. The X coordinate is always shown first in the bracket. So we're just going to look at one example by saying, in the first quadrant, the coordinates of X and Y are positive. The coordinate of X and Y are positive. For example, bracket 4, 6. Bracket 4, 6. Bracket 4, 6. Now, when you find any value like this one, this means that we have 4, and then you are going to have 6. Are you getting the point? You are going to have 6. It means X is going to be 4, and Y is going to be what? 6. So always the first value will represent X axis, while the second value will represent Y axis. Now, I just wanted only that example, so you can continue. In order to find the position of a point, in a plane, showing the specific values of X and y, showing the specific value of x and y. The following procedure is adopted. The following procedure is adopted. 1. The following procedure is adopted. 1. Locate and y. Locate the given value of x and y. Locate the given value of x and y. X and y, respectively. 2, draw a vertical line from the given value of x. Draw a vertical line from the given value of x parallel to y-axis. Parallel to y-axis. Draw a vertical line from the given value of x parallel to y-axis. Parallel to y-axis. And our horizontal line from the given value of y. From the given value of y parallel to x-axis. Parallel to x-axis. Then you go to the last procedure. The point where these two lines, join each other, the point where these two lines join each other will be the required point. Will be the required point. So let's find out only two I'm going to plot. So just want to deal with only two, right? Plot the following values of x and y. Plot the following value of x and y on a plain paper. On a plain paper. A, I'm just going to use two vectors. Okay. A, x is 3, y 5. B, x -3, y is -2. So we have to draw this one. So when you're drawing this particular graph, so we must have this one. So this is going to be our y-axis, and this is going to be the x. Now this side we know is positive. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. We start from 0. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then this side, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Negative. These are negative, downwards. Then you go to this side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Negative. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Negative. Then after that, our next step is now to get the point of these particular two values here together. So let's start with the A. X is 3. So we go where this 3. And then Y is 5. We go, this is going to be 5, where there's 5. So we are going to draw a line, and then this one. Where they meet, this is where we have 3, 5. I hope you are together there. We just have a point where the 2 points meet. So that's where we are going to have 3, 5. The second one, x is -3. So we come here. Y is -2. So we are going to have this one. Where they are going to meet, we are going to have -3, -2. That is how we're going to draw that. Remember that? Okay, let's continue. Now I want to write the functional relationship. Functional relationship. Functional relationship. So now when we talk about the functional relationship, we are going to look at the relationship between the variables. So you write functional relationship between 2 variables exists when? Functional relationship between 2 variables exist when the change in one variables result in a change in the other variables. Result in a change in other variables. So in this means that when we are looking at the 2 variables here, whereby when one changes, then the other thing also is going to change. Like let's just give a normal one which you know. Like for example, when the year changes, your age also is going to change. I get the point. So that is we talk about the years versus the age of a person. When the year is going on, the age also increases. I get the point. So that is what we are talking about. So we continue. For example, when a price of a commodity rises, its demand decreases. It means there is a functional relationship between price and demand. It means there is a functional relationship between price and demand. Now, this is just a normal question which I want you to answer if possible. Why do you think when the price of a commodity is the demand will decrease? What is the purpose? Why? Kama ulikuwa nakula kitu na unakuta ina decrease, what is the cause of that? When the price goes up, unaona una reduce kitu unakula, or the purchasing power. That's good. So that is why that is the logic about the change in price and demand. It's just a purchasing power because the income, your income is constant. So the price, the demand must be reduced. But in case the price increases and also your income increases, it's going to be vice versa. Because how? Still you buy more because you have enough money to buy. Because how? But because our income always is constant, then this is why the logic behind that. That when the price goes up, the demand decreases because your purchasing power is going to do what? It's going to reduce. So we continue. Whenever a point is located by means of coordinates, this point expresses relationship between two factors. This point expresses relationship between two factors. These two factors are known as variables. These two factors are known as variables. So a variable is defined as a measurable quantity. A variable is defined as a measurable quantity which varies from one value to another. Example of variables are time. Temperature, production, sales, etc. So let's look at the types of variables. Types of variables. We have two types. One is known as independent variables. The next one is known as dependent variables. So we have two types. One is independent variables, and the second one is known as dependent variables. So we start with the independent variables. So independent variables are those variables which change arbitrarily. Those variables which change arbitrarily or the variables in case of which the cause of change is not taken into consideration. The cause of change is not taken into consideration. E.g., time is an independent variable. Now, the second one, we go to the dependent variables. Now, when we talk about the dependent variables, we are talking about those particular variables which depends on another. If that thing cannot happen, if that another variable is not going to take place, that's known as dependent. It depends on another variable. So you continue. Dependent variables is that variables whose value depends on the value of an independent variable. For instance, the time is an independent variable in a time series. The time is an independent variable in a time series. And other values like sales, production, prices, etc., which change over a period of time are dependent variables. So when you're looking at these particular two variables, when we talk about the independent and when we talk about the dependent variables. So independent variables is going to be plotted on x-axis, while dependent variables will be plotted on y-axis. So you continue by saying, the independent variables is plotted along x-axis. The independent variables is plotted along x-axis. And dependent variables is plotted along y-axis. Dependent variables is plotted along y-axis. When the two variables x and y, are so related, that the value of y can be calculated. The value of y can be calculated by a given value of x. Then y is said to be the function of x. Y is said to be the function of x. So the function of x, you can say that y equals to f x. This means y is the function of x. So just like that. So I think we can, let's continue by saying, if the values of the independent variables are taken along x-axis, if the value of independent variables are taken along x-axis, and corresponding values of the dependent variables along y-axis, and the corresponding, if the value of the independent variables are taken along x-axis, and the corresponding values of the dependent variables along y-axis, a graphic representation of the function a graphic representation of the function will be obtained. I repeat. None of the hotel. Independent or dependent variables? Okay, so continue by saying, and the corresponding values of the dependent variables along y-axis. A graphic representation of the function will be obtained in the form of a curve. Will be obtained in the form of a curve. In the form of a curve. Now let's try to find out this particular example. In case we have y equals to 3x plus 7. Now we are told to draw the curve for that. We get to that point. So we can get the curve for y equals to 3x plus 7. So the first step, we are going to have the y. Let's start with x and then y. This is a straight line. So we say that if x is 0, y will be equal to what? 7. They're together. If x is 0, y equals to 7. If x is 1, y is equals to 10. Eh? X is 1, 10. So if y is negative 2, if x is negative 2, y is equals to what? 1. So we can represent this one on a graph by just drawing so this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So this is negative. Then we come to this point. When x is 0, that is when x is this one. Y is going to be 7. Get together? When x is 1, that is positive 1. When x is 1, y is going to be 10. So that's going to be 8, 9, 10. So it's going to be somewhere there. When x is negative 2, y will be equals to what? 1. So that's going to be 2 somewhere there. So you just draw a straight line joining this. Straight line joining this. This graph is going to be for y equals to 3x plus 7. Get together? Now draw using the ruler. Draw it using a ruler.
Next. Oh, ile inakaa shule. Somewhere
discuss. Si tergantung seni ini mbili zote zinafaa kuwa mbili ambapo pia mtatu kama si kama ni trade gani means
Alafu utasaini mbali kwa sawa. Kwa hiyo iwe usafi na ya saini mbali ya
the assembly method in which all items in a population have an equal chance to be selected.
sampling method, yeah.
In which all items in the population have an equal chance of being selected. Sorry,
Yeah, it's not very neat. Yeah, sini okay, kuna kitu umesema but equal what?
equal chance
Equal.
of being selected. Because all items have a chance. They also wameuliza a list of the entire population from which items can be selected to form a sample.
See, that is
Census.
it's not census. Census is for all people. You're a good. Amepatana gani?
Na kwanza, a sampling method in which all items in the population have an equal chance of being selected is regarded as probability.
Random. That's random sampling. Random. Yes, random sampling. Random sampling. We get the type of sampling. For random sampling, we have stratified. So random sample is where now all population have equal chances of being selected.
And the other one, a list of the entire population.
Yeah?
List of entire population from which items can be selected.
That is sense. Kuna gani na gani?
Sampling, sampling, census, statistics, or also a list of the entire population from which
Supposed to be selected. It's only those ones to pick up. And which year? April 2022. Question one. It says sampling techniques where every a list of the entire population from which items can be selected in a form a sample is called sampling or sampling frame, sensor statistic parameter is a sampling frame. Because sensor is not going to form a sample. We are together. That's a sampling frame.
The other one came
23. A sampling techniques where every case item will be selected to be
included in sample.
To be included in the sample is what?
It's referred to as.
To be included. So we have quartiles, we have stratified, we have multi, and then we have systematic sampling. Every k items will be selected to be included in the sample. To be included in the sample. Now, when you talk about this stratified sampling and multi-stage sampling, stratified is where we are selecting for only once for us to get the homogeneous. We are together. Multi is where we select it. We go to the sub group. We select again like that for sub. Now, quarter is where we are going to select all the. We are going to investigate all the items which are going to meet in a certain area. You are together. Now, the systematic sampling. So, which one? Which one?
Systematic is ascending to
Yeah.
Okay.
So which one? Which one? They are they are sampling techniques. So which one? Which 8 items we selected to form a sample? You do get the multi.
Because it's divided
into subgroups. Yeah. Now, I think tomorrow, please, let's be serious with what you are doing. Make sure, kwanza we missed yesterday, but it won't happen. Yesterday for Monday. So where we end up to kutembea. Sivyo, inamaanisha hivi because we can't. Ndio maana nimekumbuka. So please. Meja hii time ni kidogo sana. That's what we progress get that one. The period ni kidogo and this is your own chance. Hiyo ukijaribu kuwaste yako hiyo tabia baadaye. Na wakati tunasema kitu mzuri inakuja baadaye. Unaweza sawa. Because job inaweza kuja na unasema ningefanya au kupata hizo job. Sasa narudi kwako. Wewe ndio unanidanganya. Sio. Kwa nini? Na nikakwambia vizuri unanidanganya. Kwa nini unanidanganya? Kulipa na mbona unanidanganya? Ulimlipa? Mbona ulimwambia kuja nidanganya? Yes, ulimwambia. Wewe unamwangalia na wewe ndio unamwambia. Ulimtuma enda mtangaja ati mimi nimepata. There's two things you must understand. Sisi kama mimi kusoma psychology yako na hiyo. Because kama angekuwa umetoka umeniambia yuko. That's the first thing. Kujua na wewe. Ya pili ukaenda ukakaa ukinegotiate bila kuja kujidanganya. Nikakuuliza vizuri, mbona umekaa? Sasa wewe unataka kunidanganya, nikajua hiyo kudanganya sana. Mimi naweza kaa na wewe nakufunza tu na kuangalia na hiyo kitu unafikiria, vile unafikiria. Unanyamaza sana. Endelea tu. That's the life utaanza. Please change your life ya kudanganya mtu. Sawa. Now let's agree on this. Very well. What do you think? So mtafanya mimi I think we talked about it the other time nikaongea naye hata sikujua ni class hii na nini. So gani mnataka kumiss? Kwa sababu ninakuja nakuta bado uko inamaanisha mnataka kumiss. Video nimekuita. Time imeshapita. So gani unataka kumiss?
Sa atanisema huwa juu ya angeza kupita angeza kama amesema kuja
Satan. Then nyinyi mtaenda wapi? Hiyo tunataka kujua between law and here. Between law and mtaenda wapi?
amesema tu ni leo.
But the topic amefunza mnasoma mama hadi msomi.
It is
Na hiyo nini mtaki discussion? Kwa hiyo ni kwenye sio mimi. Endelea. Okay. Enjoy your lunch. Thank you.